So, good afternoon. Welcome to Mindfulness Moment. My name is Evalena, and what a pleasure it is to guide you through this practice this day. Yeah, you can get a pillow if you want to sit on the ground. Absolutely, positively, if that feels good for you. You're also welcome to stay at your desk and use your chair if you want. Just to begin here, we will begin and end in our seat. So, sitting nice and tall wherever you are, you can gently rest your hands down on your thighs and just come here. This is the moment that we come to meet our breath, to meet our body, and just to find our way here into this moment, this beautiful, precious moment. So go ahead and you can let your eyes slip closed. We'll just start with a breath practice. Drop your chin to your chest and release the breath very gently and softly through your mouth. And then as you breathe in, go ahead and lift your chin, lift your chest, the breath flowing all the way in, that inhalation happening now through your nose. Once you get to the top of that breath, a little pause, and then exhale very slowly and mindfully, your chin dropping down to your chest. Exhalation through the mouth. Little pause at the bottom, continuing like this. Inhaling, rising up, breath through the nose. You feel your belly, you feel your ribs, your chest is opening to your breath. Wide and spacious collarbones are open and free. Exhale, empty, 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 empty the breath through your mouth. Again, seated on the ground or seated in your chair, wherever you are. Spine is upright and steady as you're here. So there's a bit of engagement in the belly. You feel the engagement in your core, holding the spine erect and tall, upright. Empty, 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 empty through the mouth, releasing and emptying completely. Let's do one more just like that. Inhaling, rising up. This breath practice is known as the breath of joy. The breath of joy. Again, just inviting us to this moment. Filling yourself all the way up, and empty, 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 empty. Go ahead and take one more round here. Inhaling all the way up. Through the nose, the chest is lifted, the front of your throat is spacious and wide, emptying, 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 emptying your chin to your chest. And just pause here on empty for a moment. Just notice the space and the breath, the stillness. It's right here within us. Take a deep breath in, fill up. Empty it out, and then go ahead and roll your head and neck around. So just opening up. We spent a lot of our day working forward. Now it's a nice place. Oh, notice you might hear some little snaps and cracks as you move the head and neck. Really, really soft and relaxed. A few more like that. You can change directions, no rush at all. Just discovering the tension, if there is any, in the back of the head and the neck. Just noticing, just moving and breathing here. Good. Next time your chin comes to the center, keep it there for a moment. Shrug your shoulders way, way up to your ears. Gently drop them back and down and away. And go ahead and turn your palms up as you reach your arms up, up, up towards the sky. A big, big stretch here. Full breath. Go ahead and drop your left hand down onto the ground, left hand onto the ground or your chair, wherever you are there. And then just hover your right hand just above the crown of your head for a moment. So hover it. You just a little bit of space there at the crown of the head. Lift up, get a little bit taller, and then gently relax the hand down. You're going to hook your finger into the crease of your ear and then let the stretch go over to the right, your head and neck. You can turn the palm of your left hand to face forward and breathe in. Good stretch for the head, the neck. Softening the left shoulder back and down and away. Feel your breath. In and out. Can you soften the side, the left side of the neck? Go ahead and come back. The head is back up to center. Hover again, the right hand just above the crown. Reach that left arm up, reach your right arm up. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to change sides. The left hand goes down to the chair or to the floor, and then hover the right hand just above the crown of your head. Or sorry, the left hand just above the crown of your head. You can lift up, get a little bit taller there, get a little bit taller, and then gently drop the hand. You're going to hook your finger into the crease of your ear and then up and over to the left side. Your breath is flowing. Turn the palm of the right hand forward. Feel your right shoulder melting down your back, and your breath is nice and full. In through your nose and right back out. Take another full breath. As you inhale, lift the right arm, lift your left arm. Both arms are up into the sky, deep breathing. Go ahead and move into your wrists. So again, a lot of action with the hands we do all day long with our keyboards, with our phones, just opening up, interlace your fingers, and then turn the palms forward. See if you can touch the tips of your thumbs and the pinky fingers together, and then reach your arms all the way up. Nice stretch here, right out of your seat. Pelvic floor open, chest is open, deep breathing. You can move the head and neck slightly here, opening up. Go ahead and release the interlace. You're going to twist left hand to right thigh, right hand back behind you, and a deep, nice, spacious twist here. You can look over your right shoulder and deep breathing in. Deep breathing out. See how much breath you can get in, right? You feel how your belly opens. You feel how the rib cage opens. Let that breath travel easily, peacefully through your nose and right back out. Inhale, come back to the center. Arms are lifted nice and strong and tall, and then turn and twist to the second side. So the right hand resting on the left thigh, left hand behind you, and it's a turn and a twist. Good, spine. So we go from the lower back, core is nice and strong, supporting that, up into the middle of your ribs, to the shoulder, and the breath is flowing in and out. Good, come back to the center with your arms, reach them all the way up to the sky. Move a little swirl and twirl into the wrists, a little swirl and twirl into your wrists, and good, shake out your arms, shake out your arms. Deep breath. We're going to transition. So if you're in your chair, on the ground, wherever you are, we're going to stand up now. You don't need to have any props at all for this. I'm going to actually clear the space so I have a nice clean space to work in. If you feel like taking your shoes off, maybe you are in your bare feet if you're working at home, or in your socks, right? If you want to take off your socks at this point, you might want to do that just to get yourself grounded, literally rooted down into the ground. You can lift up onto your toes and then soften down into your feet. Just a little bit of movement here as you're finding your way into the standing pose. This is Tadasana. Feet are hips distance, arms are here right alongside your hips. Your breath is full. And then inhale, sweep the arms all the way to the sky, get really tall. A deep and mindful breath, and then let the arms go out to the side. Bend your knees here. Really bend your knees as you're taking a forward bend. We're going to go down with a nice flat spine. Release, release. Just hang here for a moment. Let your head and neck relax. Shake your head, yes. Bend knees, remembering this will help you to stretch out the lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. You can say no with the head. Good, a nice full breath. We'll twist here, left hand to right shin, right arm up to the sky. Good way to get some energy, a flow. Again, we're working the back, we're working the left hip, the right hip. Feel that stretch. Exhale, gently release it right back down in the center, nice and soft in that forward bend. Twisting to the second side, your right hand will be to your left shin, and then the left arm goes up, up, up to the sky. And then see how long you can be in your spine, like pushing back through the tail, get a little twisting, opening. Great way to get energy flowing, especially if we've been seated for a while. Exhale, gently release it right back down. Head and neck are relaxed. Press down into the ground. You're going to slowly rise up, slowly. Keep your chin down as you rise. Get to the top and shrug your shoulders. You're nice and spacious here. Good, reach your arms forward. Take your arms all the way up to the sky. So palms are facing forward. Grab hold of your right wrist and pull yourself way up and over to the left side. And see how light you can be on that right foot, right? See how light you can be. It's almost like you could slip a piece of paper underneath your right foot. You can push out into the right hip a bit. Come back to the center. Grab the other side and up and over you go. Breath is full. Inhaling. Exhaling. Flow of energy. Good stretching here. Inhale, come back up to the center. Lean back. And then again, a forward bend. Flow forward. Arms out to the side. Your knees are nice and soft as you come down. Head and neck are relaxed. In through your nose and out through your nose. This time, take your arms out to the side and then interlace your fingers back behind your body. So if you can't reach that, you can always rest your hands here on the lower back. And then take the arms all the way up to the sky as you begin to try to straighten your legs. Can you straighten your legs a little here using your breath? We're going to twist here. So first, we're going to come up halfway. Keep your hands as they are. And then straighten right leg, straighten that right leg and turn and twist to the right. The left leg will bend a bit and opening up, breathing in. Your gaze might lift up over that right shoulder. Full breath. Exhale back to the center. Again, come up halfway so you have this nice flat spine. We're going to straighten the left leg this time. Keep your hands as they are and then turn and twist and turn and twist. Gaze can possibly lift up towards your right shoulder. Exhale back to the center. Head and neck are relaxed. Release your arms. Deep breath in. Exhale it out through your mouth. We'll do this again. Fill up and gently release. And then slow journey again, coming all the way up. Coming all the way up. Big shrugs of your shoulders now. Up and back and down and away. And up and back and down and away. Just getting a little bit of movement here into the body. This time we're going to go wide. So I'm taking my feet out nice and wide. Make sure you're safe and comfortable there, right? That you're not slipping in any way. And then take a look at your feet. Your feet want to be aligned. So that means that one foot is not further forward than the other. Put your hands on your hips. You have nice square hips here. Put your hands on your shoulders. Lift through your sternum. Again, most of our day is here. We're moving forward, right? So now we're going to lean back a bit. Core is nice and strong in this. And then just sweep your arms out in line with your shoulders. You're nice and spacious here. Deep breathing. Full and steady. Lift up onto the ball of the left foot and then turn that left foot out. So we're coming to a yogic posture called Warrior 2. And then start to bend that right leg. I'm sorry, that left leg. Just bend it. Opening up. The knee might be tracking in a bit. Just open that up and then breathe. Look over that left hand and breathe deeply. In through your nose and right back out. Again, strengthening, lengthening, opening for your hips, for your shoulders. Use your breath. Here we're going to bend the left forearm and drop the left forearm on top of your left thigh. Now that right arm can go way up to the sky, and then we're going to take big circles, big rotations in that arm. So 360 degrees, just roll that arm around. Your gaze, you can look at your arm as you're doing that, or you can send the gaze down, right? Next time the arm comes to the top, take it in the opposite direction. And we're warming and breathing, getting into the joints of the body. The breath is full. Keep the right arm lifted. Press really clearly into your feet and feel how strong you are as you lift and stand right back up. Parallel both feet. I'm turning that left foot in. Reach your arms out in line with your shoulders. Your breath is nice and full. Lift up onto the ball of the right foot, turning that right foot out. Nice and full. And then start to bend the right knee. Again, maybe this side is a little bit tighter. Watch that the knee doesn't come inward, but kind of track it out. You can even use your own hand to do that. And then arms reach right in line with your shoulders. Look over the right fingers and you're in a Warrior 2 pose, breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. Drop the forearm on top of your thigh and then lift that left arm all the way up to the sky. Big rotation here, big rotation. Getting into the body, getting into your breath. Moving that arm in one direction and then taking it in the other direction. How does that correlate to what's happening in your head and neck? Breath full. Next time the arm's at the top, keep it there. Press down into the ground and rise back up. Reach your arms up to the sky, parallel both feet. Slip the hands again back behind your body. You can loosely interlaced, right? Try to shrug your shoulders together. Get your shoulder blades to come together. Bend your knees and down you go. Da, 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 taking this forward bend. And you feel that like the spine is just opening up here. Arms reach to the sky. You can play with straightening your legs. Good stretch for the lower back. Gently release your head and neck. You're nice and wide here. So now my hands actually reach the ground. If that happens for you, fantastic. If it doesn't, you put your hands on your shins and then go one side. You're straightening your right leg. Be mindful of your knees here and then straighten the left side, bending the opposite knee. Breathing in. Again, you can have your hands down on the ground if that's accessible, or up here on your thighs. And the breath is flowing. Good. Now come up. We're going to turn the feet out a bit. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see me. The knees are out. We're going to do some rounding of the spine. Drop your chin, put your navel, bring it back to your lower back, and then go forward the opposite way. So if we were on our hands and knees, this would be like a cat and cow spine. We call that in the practice. Look forward, rounding. You can bend pretty deeply here if that feels appropriate, if that feels good for you, right? If your knees aren't tracking way in as you do that, go down into the squat and then lift yourself up. Nice and clear with your breath. One more like that. And then gently rise back up. Good. And facing forward, shrug your shoulders. Go ahead and shake out your leg and your right arm. And then do the other side. Shake, shake, shake. A little shake through the whole body. And then let's sit back down in a chair, right? You're in your office space. You could be on the edge of a couch or something too, wherever you are here. So seated in my chair, rooted down through the soles of the feet. And I have this nice upright spine. So don't get tempted to kind of roll back and roll forward, but sit really strongly forward. Your hands here on your thighs. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. And then we're going to hug the right knee into the chest. A little movement here. I'm kind of rolling into the hip. So just massaging your hip. Make sure you're stable in your chair if you have a rolling chair. And then cross your ankle to your knee. And in that transition, make sure that this right foot stays nice and flexed, right? It's nice and strong. This will protect your knee. This is already a pretty nice stretch, right? You can feel that, right? In the hip moving into the lower back. This is one of the areas that gets really tense for us if we're seated in our space, in our work life, right? Reach your arms up, up, up to the sky. Then we're going to bend your elbows. Bring your elbows right out in line with your shoulders. Your palms will be facing back. It's like you have a little goalpost here. Lift out of the pelvis and then float forward. So you might be able to get your elbows in front of your shin bone there, or maybe your elbows are just resting very gently on top of your shin. And then relax your head. Turn your palms down, let your arms dangle, and breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. So again, good stretch into the hip, into the lower back. That should feel good and spacious. Nice and full with the breath. And then gently rise back up. Hug that right knee back into your chest. Now extend it forward. I'm going to drop the heel of that foot down onto the ground. This right leg is now straight and strong. You can put your hands to the base of your chair. This is a good one. If you have any kind of sciatic tendencies there, like sciatic pinching in the lower back area, this right leg is straight. Again, I'm going to pelvic floor is strong. I'm going to hinge out of my way. So I'm not really rounding here. I'm going to hinging, and you'll get a really lovely stretch for the back of the hamstring. This opens up the lower back area. This is a really nice stretch. You could spend some time here breathing in and out. Again, if that's happening for you at all, like tension in the lower back for many of us, that's an issue. This is a good place to open that up pretty quickly too. And then interlace your hands back behind that thigh and then lift that leg up. So now it's hip height, right? The foot is flexed and energized, and then drop that foot back down. Drop the sole of the foot back down. And then feet are underneath you. Just pause for a moment and notice. This is part of the practice of mindfulness. Can we mindfully inhabit our body? What happens a lot, bring your left knee up into your chest. For all of us, we kind of get lost in whatever we're doing, right? We might be lost in our work, not paying much attention to the body, right? And then cross the ankle over the knee. And then the body starts to pay attention to us. It'll start to yell at us. Oh, what have you done, right? Sometimes you emerge, maybe you've been working intensely for a few hours at a time, and then trying to get up, you feel a little stiffness. This action brings us here, brings us into your body. Feel the sensation of stretching into that outer hip. Reach your arms all the way up. Turn your palms so that they face back. You have these little goalposts here. Your elbows are reaching forward, and then just pitch yourself forward and release here. And it's a really lovely stretch. Again, if you can get your elbows in front of your shins, fantastic. You can find a little tension there by trying to press the shin forward as you draw the elbows back. Same thing. You can do that same thing if your elbows are on top, but don't press down too deeply there. In and out. In and out, and then gently rise back up. That same leg, hug it back in, that left leg, extend the leg forward, drop the sole of the foot. It's a nice, strong, straight leg. You can engage your quads there, lifting your quads. And then any amount forward. We call this flossing here, kind of hamstring flossing. You're into the lower back, into that sciatic area, breathing in and just trying to create some space for that nerve to flow. Coming back up. Again, you could spend some time there. Like you could do a few rounds there. You can lift that leg up, holding on to the back of the leg, and again, do the same thing. You might want to take a break during your day. Sometimes if you have any tension in the body, this is a good place to do that. Take a breath. And let's prepare for a little mindfulness breath moment where we sit in meditation. Your seat could stay here in your chair. Your feet are rooted and grounded onto the earth, or you can choose to, again, I like to do this. I like to be on the ground. It helps me to literally ground, right? You can be here, finding a space that is comfortable. Again, upright is the key here. The spine is nice and tall. You rest your hands down on your thighs, and then wherever seat you're in, take your dominant hand. I'm not going to mirror you at all. This is, in my case, it's my left hand. On my right hand, I'm going to put it into the palm of the left hand and just sit tall here. Arms are relaxed. Spine is upright. And here's where we go to the mindfulness practice. You can just notice sensation in the body. We did a little moving and stretching. What do you feel as you begin to settle here into a physical stillness, right? The external body is just resting, relaxing here in an upright position. Spine is nice and tall. And just observe. The body is a wonderful place to bring your awareness and your mindfulness. And just observation, right? Not judgment, no storylines around what you're feeling. Maybe you feel places in the body that feel rather strong and open. You might feel the energy flowing quite easily. And then there might be areas of dis-ease or discomfort, right? Where might that be in your knees or your hips or perhaps the lower back? Sometimes tension gathers at the head and the neck. And again, observation only. This is the mindfulness practice. So that the body and the mind begin to come together in this moment. And the beautiful tool we have to do that, to kind of contain and support that yoking together, is the breath. You pay attention to your breath. Comes in And it goes right back out. A beautiful rhythm of flow, a natural flow. And you can watch it in this moment. Just notice stillness. Perhaps you have, your body's giving you a cue to move or change something. Just stay here. Just stay here. You're steady, you're calm, the body is upright, the breath flowing gently in and out. Again, if the mind is trying to take you away or you feel the need to move, just notice, come here now, come here. And this is the practice, to be steady and comfortable. Just notice, just notice. Notice the breath as it travels in and as it moves right back out of your body. And then the awareness of this moment. You feel the texture of your skin. You can hear whatever it is that you hear. Notice any scent that you can pick up in the room. Even with your eyes soft, what is it that you see? This moment. Be intentional now and start to deepen your breath. Staying upright, staying still, but let the breath flow. The inhalation is full and complete. You feel an expansion of your belly, ribs opening, the chest is light and free, emptying completely and fully that breath. Again, just like that, an awareness of a full breath here and now, deep, spacious, nourishing, emptying, emptying, emptying. Go ahead and just drop your chin to your chest. You can release your hands to your thighs. And again, as we began, just a little movement of the head and neck. You can shrug, move your right ear to your right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Let the head eventually fall back. Your mouth is relaxed and soft. And the next time the chin comes to the center, go ahead and bring your hands together in front of your heart and take a moment to sit in gratitude for taking this time, for making this effort in this practice of mindfulness. Take another breath in, fill up completely, exhale, send out that gratitude into the world. Namaste to you all. Thank you so much for giving me the privilege and honor of guiding you through this mindfulness moment. I wish you a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please, I'll stick around for a moment. Feel free. Any suggestions? And yes, enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.